Okay, I just want to record a little bit on styling the navigation. So, as you'll see in the navigation, I have I've made sure the titles are all in capitals in the navigation title. Um, but actually, we don't have to do that because we can set everything in the site styles. So in the fonts. So the site navigation is here under fonts where we assign styles, and you can choose that to be paragraph or heading, or you can choose your own, a different, completely different font from the two main ones in the website. I generally prefer to keep it simple, but know that that's available for you. Okay, so that's one thing on the fonts, and then I have already showed you how to style the actual color. At the moment, we have the adaptive option, which works well for desktop, but for mobile, for the mobile overlay menu, we generally need to style that color. So when we want to style the overlay, the mobile menu, that's quite important. We will go into the mobile view in the editor, edit site header, view menu. So yeah, there's an option to view the menu, and then we want to edit the design, and we can choose whichever color theme we would like for that. I usually find dark or something with a bit of warmth can be nice. Probably that looks the best for what we have now. And one thing I do find, we can spread out the links a bit. One thing I do find is that the default setting, I find the font a little bit big, but I do have a coding injection we can put in to decrease that just to make it a little bit neater. And then, so that's that. We can, if you think that that is too small, we can increase it a little bit. And then you can also change the hamburger to 3 or that or that. I think 2 is quite nice. You can change the lines. Anyway, plenty of options. But I will share a little bit of code here that you can put in to decrease the font size in the CSS. Oh no, we will save that. I mean, that looks much more finished when we set a color. And there is another trick actually. I think I mentioned it in the introduction. So if we go back to desktop and we add the elements, the social icons, I'm not sure if you will agree, but I think personally it looks quite clunky in the desktop, but it looks very nice in the mobile. So I do have a little bit of code I can share with you that will hide those social icons in the desktop but keep them in the mobile menu. And that button overlay, if you're not happy with the color, we can change that in the, that would be in the color settings for this particular color combination, and we would just change the color, the background color in that button to white. Actually, yeah, to white. I think that's to match the others. Okay, so that's that on the mobile menu.